is very studious. Going through paper. Good evening, Joan.
Good evening.
Could be doing quilt weather there. Let's see.
No, it's quilt news.
Quilt
All the
news.
news that's fit to print.
Oh, there you go. Hi, Diane. Hi, Karen. Carol. Kitty, how are ya? Kathy.
Welcome.
Janice.
Hi, Kitty.
Louise. Carol. Amber, how are you? Ruth. Debbie.
Welcome. Just going
Bernadine, hi, how are you? How's
notes.
Vegas? We're going to be out in your neighborhood here next week. Corinne, Debbie, Karen, Lana, how are you tonight? Polly?
Yeah, VDTA for I don't know what it's like vacuum and
Dealers
Trade Dealers
Sewing
Association. Okay. Wouldn't that be VDTSA?
Let's see.
Exciting
Patsy.
stuff there. They have Janome is launching
Stephanie.
their new machine. It's going to have the biggest embroidery area on the market.
Can't wait to see it.
So I've heard. I can't wait to see it.
Tomorrow's the launch.
I already know people who want one.
Tomorrow's the launch of the machine. They'll be launching some other new products. That's usually the convention that a lot of people... Hi, Tom. How are you tonight? Great emojis there. Love it. It is a little windy here.
It is windy here.
That's usually where they launch a lot of products for the year. If there's new furniture, or sometimes people launch new machines, or what products they're working on for the year to launch. So it should be interesting. So we should have a lot of stuff to share when we come back.
Yep.
No show next week because we are at the actual training for the new machine next week. So on
Next
Tuesday. Yeah. So.
I could sneak a live.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
We might do something for you guys while we're out there.
Maybe.
See if we get a sneak peek on some new products that we can show. Everybody always loves new products.
Well, last time they did a new machine launch, they had a selfie station
photo
set
booth.
up.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So you could do a live with the new machine. So if we can do that, we will for sure.
Hi, Carol. Your Facebook picture froze up. Sorry about that. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, so no show next week. Remember,
No show next week.
We'll
miss you.
Following week will probably be our last show at this location.
I know.
So hopefully we will be in the new building.
Robert got us a 2 gigabyte pipe to the internet. So no more lags, no more delays. Hopefully.
Well, it is the internet. It never lets you down, right? So
the internet will not let you down. If there's something that you don't want somebody to see and somebody caught it on video, the whole world's going to see it.
Well, Joan, who are we?
We are Quilters HQ, Windmill Sewing Center, and Sewing Machines Express. The websites are quiltershq.com, windmillsewingcenter.com, QHQ, and the number 2.com. And we are live here at Quilters HQ today. And we've got the last block week after next, I think. Yeah, week after next. We will be doing the borders and the sashing. That will be fun.
I mean, how many of you like designing the border for your quilt? That seems like a pretty interesting part of the quilting process.
Well, you can have a lot of fun with borders and sashings, and pieced sashings are a lot of fun because you can add interest to kind of boring blocks. I did not boring blocks, not pieced blocks, right? So I did, Laurel Birch has embroidery, and I did a baby quilt for somebody, and it was the horses, the mythical horses. And so each block was embroidered, so I did this diamond pattern in the sashing to add interest, because if you just pieced a bunch of embroidery blocks together, it would be kind of boring. So it would add interest, and we've done some of that in our Go Club.
So really, what's the purpose of the border? What does it do for the quilt?
So it depends on the quilt, but a border can actually give your eye somewhere to rest. If it's a really busy quilt, it's a stopping point. It's like the frame on a painting, it tells you where, just frames it. You can add to your quilt. We want to enhance. I'm really getting into no borders on quilts because I don't really care for doing borders. I like piecing the middle part, and then I'm kind of like, okay, I'm moving on. So I have a lot of quilts in that status, waiting for a border. We have our new bed quilt.
Quilts without borders. This is a whole new thing.
Like Doctors Without Borders?
Yes! So we should have quilts without borders.
We'll need a theme song. Let's do announcements.
Hopefully it won't be the MASH theme, I don't think.
That one was kind of sad, I think. All right. So for April, Kimberbell in May at Windmill Sewing Center is Beautiful Tea Towel. And it's BU, like you and me, to full. Stitch on navy tea towel blank. Each fabric scrap is a vibrant color in your creative masterpiece. It's going to be a good show, I can tell already, because I'm stumbling over words. $25 per class. Claudette is teaching that one. Diamond Skill Builder by Hoop Sisters. We still have a couple of seats left for that one. The first class we finally settled on is going to be at Windmill. So the first class for that one is at Windmill. It's $280 for 7 classes, and then the remainder of the 6 classes will be at the new location. And that one's taught by Vicki. Wait, did I get my pages out of order? Let's Surge 1. May 7th through June 25th. Sign up now for this. This class fills up every single time. Become friends with your serger. New techniques, new feet, all kinds of goodies. I'm in love with sergers right now.
So much in that class. Well, it's National Serger Month too. So.
It is National Serger Month. Bernina's doing, is it 25 off of feet? Serger feet?
20%?
Is it 20 or 25?
I think it's 20.
We're going to find out.
Feet. But anyway.
Well, serger feet can be pricey, so...
Yeah, some good packages too.
Time to take advantage of that, and definitely take advantage of the serger promotions that they're doing right now too.
25.
It's 25% off of Bernina's serger feet.
Stand corrected. Slashing 5% there.
You're usually so generous.
Mm-hmm. What is wrong with me?
So make your own anatomy of the stitch binder. That's one of the really cool things that they do in this class is they sew out these stitches. They do beading and ruffling. It's not ruffling. Gathering. And you have a little binder and you write the settings for your machine because each machine is a little bit different. So you write the settings for that machine on your binder and then you have a reference point. Brand new, we have a Bernina Serger event. This is August 16th from 9 to 4 at the new store. And they're doing a bolster pillow. Who doesn't love those? You can put it next to your Kimberbell bench pillow.
There you go. Then it will be your bench buddy will have a buddy.
It'll be a bolster buddy.
There you go. Hey, Kathy, how are you doing?
$99 to sign up for that one. That is with a Bernina educator. That is a sales event. So if you already own a serger that you might want to consider trading in for, we'll probably have the 890 there, the new 860. Those are really nice. The 890 is a cover combo, so you can do cover stitch with it. So if you're thinking about trading up, that would be the time to do it because we'll have a special pricing that we get, so we'll pass those on to you. Beginning quilt piecing September 9th through the 30th at Quilters HQ in the new location. Introduce piecing for beginners, so if you know somebody that wants to take up quilting, this is a good class for them. And then it's not on here, but it's followed by beginning quilting, and I think that's with a walking foot. So you can make your first quilt and quilt it as well. Okay. And then some community events. Common Threads Quilt Show, Wichita. We will be there for that one. That's in June 24th and 25th of this year. Then they have one large guild, don't they?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 members or
Yeah,
something.
it's a lot of members.
It's worth going. There's plenty to do
Very
in
nice.
Wichita. You can visit there's an air museum there too, right?
Yeah.
Ozark Peacemakers Guild Show. This will be another very large quilt show. It is at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. We will be there for that one too. And then AQS 2023. Are we decided on that one or?
I don't know. Too far out there.
We'll probably be on that one too, and that one is unknown because those dates are in 2022.
2023.
Yeah.
Yep. Always stuff out on the horizon.
Always stuff on the horizon. Accuquilt Club is going to be this Thursday because I'm out of town next week. So classes are at 10:30 and 5:30, whichever one's convenient for you. We are second to the last month of a project that we're doing. So I wanted to show you what our next project is going to be. Again, this is another quilt designed by moi. And so, let me see if you can...
Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in on it there.
Okay, I'll see if I can hold it still. I did have a lot of coffee today, so... might have the shakes a little bit. So this one will use the 4-inch cube and the 8-inch cube. And this is the first one that we've done that uses multi-size blocks. So every time we do an Accuquilt Club project, my goal is to teach new skills. And so this is called the offset sampler.
Hey Jen, how are you?
And I will have kits for it. It's not on the website yet. I'm still figuring fabric yardage and making the pattern and all of that. But probably before the end of the month, this will be up. And I think what I'm going to do is 2 sign-ups. One to sign up if you want a kit, and one to sign up if you just want the pattern. So let me know. And as soon as I have that up, we'll send out an email on it.
Hi Julie, how are you?
And let me know what you think of the pattern. Too complicated? Too busy? These are popular right now. Offset samplers.
Yeah, they were saying they were concerned. There's a lot of flying geese in there, a lot of lights. So
flying geese are easy with Accuquilt.
All right, so there you go.
Okay, last block. So next week not next week. See, I'm like a trained gibbon. Week after next. We will be doing the borders and the sashing for this. So this one is a very, very simple block. I'm sure you all know how to do it, but I'm going to piece a portion of it anyway. So let's get started. We are using...
You know what we need, though? We need 2 things. We need, one is an emoji, because I want everybody to come up with an emoji because it takes a lot of work to do the Accuquilt Club, and Joan puts in a lot of hours. So I think we all should give her a thanks for some of the work that she does, because it is a lot of work.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to throw an emoji out there, that would be fantastic. Smash up the like button, like and share. We do appreciate that.
Well, thank you for that, Robert. There is a lot that goes into pattern, not just, making the design. This part, to me, is the easy part. I could just do this all day. If somebody else would volunteer to write the patterns, you could be my new bestie. But, yeah, that's the part that takes all the time is figuring out the fabric requirements. And then, say we have 15 people that want to do that quilt, ordering the fabric, making sure it all gets here in time. So that's why we start a couple months in advance. So it'll be a lot of fun, and I do have some catch-up sewing for the last one.
And I think it's a lot of thanks to all of our viewers out there too, because all the work that they put into a quilt, a lot of people never understand how much work actually goes into that quilt, and they may give it away to a charity or a project for homeless or something like that. So A big round of applause for all of you guys out there who are working on quilts all the time and how much work you put into them. We appreciate you as well.
Quilters are the most generous people, and we have unbelievable patience. It's just, you know, I'm thinking about some of the crazy requests I've got in the past. You know, it's like 3 weeks before a birthday, and I'm like, can you make a quilt for? It's like you have no idea what goes into that. So back to the block. We are using die number 2 and die number 1. So die number 1, die number 2. It is a variation of a 9 patch. It's just a 4 patch and a 4 patch. So let's get our blocks cut out. We need 16 patches of this one and 16 patches of the blue. And that's 16 right there.
You did have a question here.
Okay.
If we didn't get to come to the current Accuquilt Club, is it possible to get the pattern?
Absolutely.
Saw the pictures online. Love it. Had a replacement surgery March 4th. Still recouping.
So the Accuquilt pattern. Yep. Absolutely. So we only need 16, so I'm only doing 2 layers. Actually, it's 4. But...
You know, Joan, it's Easter week.
It is Easter.
Is that hard to believe?
It kind of is. Time is flying.
Hi, Cecilia. How are you today?
They're painting in our new building.
Yeah. So I think our next thing is what we should eat. We haven't had this discussion of what we're going to have
for
Easter. Turkey.
Are you cooking?
Ham. Am I doing some steaks? What all are you guys having for Easter dinner? Or what do you like to have? Zachary always likes ham.
Yeah.
He's a ham hound.
He could eat ham at every meal.
I think he could eat ham at every meal.
And 16 of this one.
Lamb, okay, yeah.
Lamb would be good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Time to clean out my die. For that one. Done with that one, and then we need 8 patches of the solid.
Oh, thanks, Carol. That's really nice. A lot of nice comments.
I don't
Easter
have my
week, so.
line drawn here. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So that'll be 6. Let me just make sure I can get 8 and fold my fabric a little bit better. Don't want my salvage in there.
Carrot cheesecake. Okay. Jen's doing a carrot cheesecake.
I need to go to Jen's house for Easter.
She had looks like she had a little COVID got her down, and so now she's back in action. She's back on the quilting scene.
Good for you.
Lamb chops. Okay.
That sounds good.
Theme. Yeah.
Did I just cut those off? No, they're good. And 8.
Carrie says she is cooking out, making burgers and sausages, deviled eggs, bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos. Okay.
Stuffed jalapenos. That sounds good.
Yeah, Darlene, we're going to talk about that panel back there.
Okay. So I have all my pieces cut. We're only going to do just 1/4 of the panel, so I need 4 of each of these. Panel. Now you've got me saying it.
Sorry.
No, you're not. I don't mind.
Mrs. Cranford's having hamburger and brats, potato salad, macaroni salad. Okay.
I'm all in on the deviled eggs. I love
deviled eggs are good.
Deviled eggs. I have a really good deviled egg sandwich recipe.
I like those too.
So yummy. That's going to come unthreaded. Okay, now we're set. So what are you most excited for the new building?
We have a loading dock.
That's pretty cool.
We have some storage area. Automatic doors. Gotta love those.
Automatic doors, yeah, those are gonna be nice.
I just kept thinking about the automatic doors for the ladies bringing their machines in for service or anything. Your hands are full and you can just walk through the doors and not have to worry about it.
That is nice.
Yeah. So, or if we're wheeling a cart or something, you know, you're trying to open the door. I think it would be really nice. So.
Texting on your phone.
Yeah, you wouldn't walk into the door. Yeah, and so, you know, another thing I think I'm excited is, you know, we'll meet a lot of new people too in that area, maybe who don't know who we are or where we're at or what we do, you know, that whole area.
Oh, I can already see it now. It's like, stop the car. It's a quilt shop.
Yeah.
My mom used to do that for yard sales.
And we can do a lot of different sale things that we can't do here. You know, Overland Park's a little different on signage and things like that. And plus, we don't own the place we're in now. So we can do different stuff. We can have things in the parking lot. And we can do cookouts and things like that, which I think will be fun. So, yeah. I'm just excited.
Me too.
It's kind of like when you're getting a new house, you know. You're like, oh, I'm getting ready to move. You still love the old house, but you know what? You're getting a new spot.
I'm looking forward to seeing everybody that, you know, we haven't seen in a while. Grand opening won't be until June. So,
thinking I was on the cooking channel.
thinking I was on the cooking channel. So we're just going to rotate these pieces. And I pressed my seams towards the blue. It's the darker fabric. And then piece these together. And that tool I'm using is the doohickey, also known as the multi-function finger presser tool.
No! Mosquitoes? I'm not looking forward to those guys.
Oh.
Peggy says she's getting chewed on by the mosquitoes.
Yuck.
It got me hungry now.
From the Marine Corps. I don't know if anybody knows anybody that sells Avon, but the Skin So Soft is one of the best bug repellents around. Hard to believe, huh? We used to beg for it when I was in the military. I don't know what's in it.
You never know where there's going to be a tip on this show.
You never know.
And there is a soft nugget here.
That, hey, from experience, Skin So Soft will make the bugs leave you alone.
All right, I like where she's going here. Enchiladas, margaritas, fresh tortillas, some salsa, and guacamole. Okay. Hi, April. How are you tonight?
So this is 1/4 of our block. I'm just going to piece these together, and then we will move on and talk about the panel behind us. And then it's all about magnets.
Yeah.
That's mysterious magnets.
Yeah, and the panel.
In the panel.
And as always, guys, we have a giveaway tonight. You need to comment to get entered to win.
When I piece these larger pieces like this, I do like to lock those seams into place. Just because, you know, even though I use a 1.8 millimeter seam, sometimes they can separate a little bit. And it's kind of annoying when you have to go back and piece where you've already pieced.
You know, and you look back at our stay here in the current location, and we have survived the bread making and Tuesday mornings.
And bacon. We would cook bacon and bread. Adrian's Cafe.
So we survived that, and then now we have the poor puppy dogs who are in for their shots and checkups and health stuff, and sometimes they have to stay overnight. And sometimes they really aren't happy about staying overnight. Hi, Paula. How are you? Welcome.
And sometimes puppies have to have surgeries that nobody would be happy about. And,
They are unhappy characters over there next door.
They do express their unhappiness. I won't miss that.
Okay, so now there's a whole topic about some flaming margaritas on here.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
Oh, Peggy's husband is making sourdough bread.
Oh, nice. So it's kind of the cooking channel. We did put a stove in, so I'm going to be making cookies in the morning. So definitely a reason to come visit and get hot made, fresh out of the oven cookie. So here is 1/4 of our block. You're going to make 4 of these and piece them together just the same way, just expanding on it. And our last block, I feel kind of nostalgic about it.
The last block?
Yeah, I don't know why.
This has been a fun one.
It is going to be a fun one, and we're going to be done right before Memorial, well, maybe before Memorial Day and, 4th of July. And drag this out and go, look what I made.
And Mother's Day is coming up too, right? So very quickly.
Yeah. Quilts are always a good Mother's Day present.
Gift card to a quilt store, and they can buy whatever they want.
That is absolutely the best.
Pick yourself up
gift.
some fabric or ruler, whatever you need.
So you pulled this one out. Do you want to talk about the ducks?
Yeah, I mean, we have some panels. I think they're in pink and blue.
They are. We have the one you're seeing there is the pink one, and the blue one.
It's kind of an Easter, it's a little Easterish, Mother's Day.
Yep, makes a great baby blanket. This is just a little, it's about crib size, so perfect for a new mom, new dad. These are $8.99 for the panel, and again, no border here. So it's a ready-made project. You can just quilt
There was
it.
some quilting on there, yeah.
And you can do that on your domestic. It's not a very big panel. We could measure it.
And a lot of quilters will take them, make them, sew something out, and then donate them to a lot of places who need lap quilts.
Yep.
Or small quilts like that. Just something to hold on to.
So, if you want one of these panels, comment "Make It Mine." They are $8.99. And comment "Make It Mine" panel, pink or blue. Let us know whether you want us to ship or pick up in the store.
We did have a question on how much the kit is tonight for this kit for the block.
$5.33 or 34 cents, I think. So less than a half a yard. It's 15 inches, I think, for this one.
Okay.
So pins.
Is the pattern up on the side, John? I had some people that said they went up there and
It's a 2-step process, and I don't think I did the second step. When the show is over, I will just go back there and immediately put that up. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Color of the month goes with Easter. I picked this one because of daffodils. They're coming into bloom now.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
It is. I think the color is actually canary. It is color 2120. Comment "Make It Mine." It's 15% off. If you are in the Thread Club, it's 20% off. And we're still working on getting the boxes for the Thread Club. So, color of the month. And then next month we'll have a new color. May. I wonder what May will be.
I don't know.
April showers bring May flowers.
So some questions about the pink back there.
Okay, so the pink one,
Just a little history behind that.
yeah.
We'll do a close-up on it.
Yeah, we can do a close-up on it. So that one I quilted on the J150, which is a Juki machine. It's kind of a semi-industrial, and I don't know how well you can see it, but they're actually, all I did to quilt this was follow the pattern that was printed on the fabric. And it was free motion, and all I did was just kind of outline the shape. You've seen the, oh, I can't think of the name of that one. They look like the giant dahlia prints. So kind of like that one. I did them both about the same period. And, you know, we did sell out of all of this fabric right after I did this. But don't be afraid to take just a regular fabric and use it for something like, oop, Robert's pulling it down. He's in pulling down mode because we have to pack all the quilts up. We have a trustworthy company doing our move, but something in me is just like, they're my quilts. I have to move them myself. And then the quilts for customers, we will also be moving ourselves. So we've already started having planning meetings about that, and I'm like, no. Quilts got to be moved by us, not movers. So
we've had a lot of people that said they want to give a hand also.
Yeah,
to help us get some stuff organized, and
people volunteer.
So that'll be super nice.
The other one.
Much appreciated, and we will let you know as it gets a little closer.
Are you gonna hold it up?
Sure.
Hold it up together. So this is another one I did on the J150. I think I used the same thread even. And this is actually a dahlia, but this reminded me of Christmas, and I wanted it to look like a poinsettia. So I did these kind of leaves instead of the, I don't know, can we see it? Yeah, flip it around. Flipping. So you can kind of see the quilting a little bit better on the back. So I wanted it to look more like a poinsettia for Christmas than a dahlia. But this was Robert Kaufman, and this was Moda. So
I think it's just interesting, you know, what you can just take with just a standard old panel, and maybe, I mean, this probably took you a couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours.
Something to kind of play with.
Yep, that one was a little bit longer because I was trying to follow the leaves on this pattern, and it worked out really well. It almost looks like watercolor, I think. Okay, magnets. And it all started with this one. I don't know if you've seen these. These are from Riley Blake. And it is 7 inches by 1 inch, and this is a magnetic pin grabber, and it's strong enough that even through the cardboard I can pick these up. So these are $4.99. They have cute little Riley Blake, I don't know what bird this is, but it kind of looks like the Twitter bird. Funny they haven't noticed that. Bluebird maybe. $4.99. Comment Make It Mine magnetic pin grabber, and it is pretty nice. So even through the cardboard, and those are not light pins. The other one that I really like, and we use in the shop, is these Zirkle magnetic pin cushions. I like these because your pins fall in the right place. So if you just take your pins and drop them, they're supposed to fall with the point in towards the inside.
That is pretty cool.
It is.
So get one of those for the shop.
Oh, check it
There you
out.
go.
Oh, darn. If you didn't see it, it actually stood up on the magnet. So, but these are handy. You can pick up pins with them. There's one here that's stuck. So you can pick up your pins with it. And screws and bobby pins and safety pins. And these are $21.99. Sounds pricey, but these are worth it. They do a really good job. The magnet in this is really strong, so I'm pushing it towards the other one. You can actually see it squishing and
Those are fun.
snapping together. So comment, make it mine. Zircle in either teal or purple.
Hey Sharon, how are you tonight?
Oh, Zircle purple. Let us know whether you're not, whether you want us to ship or pick up. We have one of these left.
Yeah, those are always good.
This would make a great Mother's Day gift too. This one is $9.39. Keep it out of the garage because it will disappear.
Oh yeah,
guys love these. And this is the last one we have of these. And it is in the gold and black. $9.39. Ship or pick up. Last one. These are from Alex Anderson. And this is a select 10 pin. This one actually comes with pins, so even better. And it is, these are Quilters pins too. And they are glass head pins. So it comes with 100. And there's a magnetic sheet inside of this. So you're not going to lose track of them.
That's cool.
And they're really thin too. I know we like the thinnest possible pins for quilting with quilt pieces because pins kind of distort your fabric. These are $9.99. Comment, make it mine. Select pin 10.
Ooh, say that fast.
Select pin 10. No, I can't. It's been a crazy day.
It has been. We've had lots to do.
Lots to do. Lots of planning.
Organizing.
So it makes me kind of brain dead. I feel like I'm just mouth breathing. So magnetic to keep your pins organized. And I think, except for the giveaway, we have a short show tonight. So.
Trying to think of what else we had. Did we catch everything? Cover everything?
We did. Lots of questions about thread, but we don't have enough time to go into that. We'll have to do a special show on just thread when we get the Wonder Fill in.
Yeah, so we can have the different brand. I can just kind of talk about different kinds of thread. And I think we had multiple questions all week just about thread, and I had one the other day actually. Our favorite Marilyn was working on her long arm. She was working on the sit down, and she was having a little bit of trouble with some tension on the bottom or on the top, and she said on the bottom. And so I said, you got to check that thread path again. It's so many times,
especially with the long arms.
You just think that you got it in the tension disc, and it just didn't quite go in there. It either slipped by or possibly, popped out. So you just got to double check that on every machine that, your thread path.
My most frequent problem that comes in, people ask, I'm quilting,
Hi, Georgia.
So they're doing a project like this on their domestic, and they're telling me I need different thread. There's something wrong with my thread because my thread keeps breaking. And then I ask, what size needle did you use? And they tell me a size 12. And pretty much I can't think of somebody who's come back and said, nope, that didn't work. But if you're quilting like this, and it's relevant because we just talked about this, if you're quilting like this, minimum size needle, 14. I think I did an 18, size 18 needle. Bigger the needle, better, because you're going through all of these layers of fabric and batting, and that groove that's in the front of the needle is what protects the thread as it goes through all of these layers.
Hi, Cindy.
And I can pick on Marilyn a little bit.
Well, she's not here at the moment.
She's
She
not
might be
here.
on.
She might be watching. Hi, Marilyn. But it's a good story, and I know she won't mind. But she came in and was talking about, she was quilting on her 920. And she's like, it keeps breaking thread. And I'm like, well, did you change your needle? And she's like, I changed the needles 3 times. And I'm like, well, what'd you change it to? And she's like, well, I put the same size back in. And I was like, no, you have to go higher, bigger needle.
Mary, how are you?
Bigger needle, especially if you wanted to use like some of the really fancy threads. So I would say if you're quilting with a 40 weight thread, you need to be using a size 16 or an 18 needle. If you're using 50 weight like this, you could probably do a 14, but if you break the thread, you'll know you need to go up a size, because it depends on batting too. So I use Hobbs, which is fairly thin, but if you're using something like Quilter's Dream, or what's the other one that's popular? Warm and White, Warm and Natural. Those are really thick bats, and you need a larger needle for that. So that's my.
I think we had some questions about the Acorn products, so
Okay.
brought you some of that just to talk briefly about those. Cause,
Oh, you didn't bring the glue.
knew that I missed one.
This is the refill for the glue.
Well, there you go.
So this is a wonderful product if you need to, so when you're working, say K facet fabrics or Ruby Star Society fabrics, this is the same thing. Same thing, different packaging. It's in a little bottle with a little tiny spout, really thin spout. So Ruby Star K facet fabrics are very, very thin. This is a starch-like product that will add body to those fabrics. And I'm not kidding when I say a little bit goes a long way. You need to use the Air Mister bottles. Yep, that's the one. And
Thank you, Joan. Much appreciated.
Little bit goes a long way. And it comes in these huge bottles. It's $16.99. Comment and let us know if you've tried this out. I love this stuff. I use it anytime I'm working on fabrics with a bias, where I'm sewing on the bias, like, I don't know, like these types of borders here, where we're piecing these products on these blocks on the bias. I will starch my fabrics before I cut it. And I like it better than Mary Ellen's. Now, don't get me wrong, I still use Mary Ellen's, but this adds more body than the Mary Ellen's does. So it makes your fabric, I mean, I think if you sprayed this enough times on your fabric, you could make it stand up. Good stuff. And there's also a little applicator for it. So this is for $16.99. Comment, make it mine, easy press fabric treatment. You do need some kind of applicator. So they make this pen, and it's like a chisel marker. And so when you're piecing your seams, you can just go across that seam and make that seam lie super, super flat with this.
You got Tom excited because he's like, that seam pin is a game changer. He said he loves that.
It truly is. And the lady that the lady is a quilter. Her husband is a chemist.
Oh, interesting.
And he made this just for her. I mean,
here, let me just whip something up.
What a guy, right?
Yeah.
So she loved it so much that, you know, she decided to share it with the rest of us, and we thank her for that. But she's one of those quilters that makes those, you know, you've seen those little 1-inch half square triangle quilts that have like, you know, 50,000 of them. Those are the kind of quilts that she makes. You don't have to make those kind of quilts to use this product, but if you do make those kind, this is a wonderful product. I am really digging the 4-inch cube, and so this makes that so much better. It's not going to prevent fraying, but there is much less fraying of your fabric. And then the other product from them is this precision piecing seam-align glue. Here, let me tell you how to order this one. Comment Easy Press Pen. They are $12.99. This is refillable, so you just there's a little cap here on the end. I do have one of these at home too, and just refill it and keep going. It's awesome stuff. Seam-align glue. I think I'm on my second bottle of this. So again, although I love pens, I would rather glue when I'm doing a border like this. I can glue those pieces together, and it does take a little extra time, but it doesn't take more time than pinning. So, and it is literally, you put a dot of glue everywhere you would put a pin, set your iron on it for a second, and so I just usually stand there at the ironing board and glue all my pieces, and then I can just fly through them. Don't have to worry about seams shifting, especially when you're sewing on the bias. We did a project in the Accuquilt Club where we used a lot of this. It seemed like it wasn't a quilt that I designed, it was Kate England, and so it seemed like every seam was kind of a bias seam. And so this is $7.99. Come and make it mine. Seam-align glue. And again, let us know whether or not you want to ship or pick up. But this is a wonderful line. Refill. The other thing that's nice about this, I don't know if we can zoom in, how small, here, just by comparison, let me grab a pencil. And then you can see
how close she can get there.
How small that nozzle is for the seam-align glue.
It's very small.
So, and I'm not exaggerating when I say just a dot. And
little goes a long ways.
Little goes a long ways. I've had it for, I don't know, 6 months, maybe 8 months.
Or more.
And I just had to get a new bottle because
finally used it up.
Finally used it. I could have just bought the refill, but you know, probably better to buy the refill. Now that I'm looking at it, the refill is $11.99, and the bottle is $7.99. It's because of this little nozzle, and it does sometimes get plugged. I use one of the really thin pins, and you can go straight down in there.
Kind of just like your super glue or anything else, and
Yep.
It always clogs up that nozzle. Something to kind of poke that through there.
And just pop that out. But I can't think of the lady's name that does this. She's a famous quilter.
Yeah.
Award-winning, got, you know.
There's a lot of you out there.
There's a lot of us out there. So, what else, Robert? Anything?
You know?
We ready for the
Good
giveaway?
stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I think so.
Robert picked it out today.
Just, some more threads for you guys. We're kind of talking about threads. We've got some spools that
Partial spools.
hopefully, and we'll see if we can find a couple more to throw in there for you. So
I think we can.
Just grab some. There's some variegated and different colors in there. Some Easter colors. So
I think it's great if you haven't tried airfill thread.
yeah, it's good to get a little something.
Once you do, you'll never go back because there's literally no lint on this. They showed us a video once on how they make this thread, and it goes up through a tube, and they actually singe all of the lint off the thread.
Wow. Amazing.
You could never make that in the United States.
Italian
Fire
thread.
in a cotton factory. But it truly is made in Italy, and it's wonderful. You can sew with it, applique with it. You can run this through your embroidery machine as well. It's 50 weight. I use it in the top and bottom of my machine, bobbin thread, top thread, and I use 2615 is the magic color.
You know what would be kind of fun?
What's that?
Is as we're cleaning out the back, we may mysteriously ship packages out to you guys with some thread in it. You just never know. So you're one of the lucky ones that might end up with some thread in your mailbox. Hey, that's a happy day, right?
That is a happy day.
Let's see if we can have a winner.
You're a winner.
Woohoo! Cecilia Carter.
Cecilia, congratulations. If you have not shopped with us before, or if you claimed anything tonight and have not shopped with us before, please go to quiltershq.com and register for Make It Sew. Cecilia, once we have your information, we'll drop this in the mail to you if you're not local, or you can come by the store and pick it up. Just let us know. If you claimed anything tonight and you have not shopped with us before, we will email you an invoice with a clickable pay button. You can pay with a credit card or PayPal. And then if we're shipping it to you, we'll just drop it in the mail once we see the payment's completed. Or you can pick it up in store. If you're picking up in store, we usually just put those up at the front, and then you can pay when you come in.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, we hope everyone has a happy Easter.
Yes.
Be safe. And enjoy your week. And remember, no show next week.
No show next week.
We will try to do some sneak previews for you guys of new products coming from BDTA. So we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
All right.
We'll see if we can run into Alex Anderson again.
Never know who we might run into.
I have a video of her.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I was doing a product promotion, and Alex Anderson is walking behind me, and she has these giant sunflowers, and she's going like this, like photobombing me. And I'm just, yeah, talking along, not knowing the legend walking behind me. Until after I watched the video, I had no clue.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. So. All right, ladies, enjoy your week. That's all from us. Remember to check your thread path. Change your needle. Maybe oil the rotary hook.
Oil the hook.
Happy Easter, guys.